says the הזוהר הקדוש, מאמר מעלת תפילת מנחה ובו מבואר שבשעת המנחה כשהדין בעולם נתכוון דוד בתפילתו ואמר תיקון תפילתי כתורת לפניך משאת כפיים מנחת ערב שתפילת המנחה תעביר ותבטל הרוגז של דין הקשה השולט בזמן המנחה וכיוון שהוא זמן דין צריך לכוון בו יותר מכולם מנחה הקקוינו פשינש דליקו אותה כי אני מוביל בחוק when is the best time the person is supposed to have כוונה in his תפילה during שחרית, ערבית or מנחה דעת repetition דעת נו כקו repetition ברוכים הבאים come to us
very powerful this in מנחה
when is the most powerful one says the Arizal says the Zohar בשעתה דמנחה דדין השריה בעלמא during the מנחה time the judgment is in the world. You know what does it mean the judgment is in the world? Whenever there's judgment in the world, all the details have to be fulfilled. Somebody's watching. Somebody's watching. If somebody's watching, you make sure the seatbelt is on, the phone is off, you make sure everything is the right way. Somebody's watching. It says during minha time, the din is in the world. The judgment is in the world. That's why when is the most important kavanah in the prayer must be during the minha. That's the Gemara says Masechet Brachot leolam izaher adam betfilat minha. A person have to be careful more than all the prayers about the prayer of minha. And what's the reason he says? Listen to this. He said David HaMelech התכוון באוצלותה לכתיב תיקון תפילתי כתורת לפניך משאת כפי מנחת ערב והאצלותה דסליק זאת תפילה זו שעלתה למעלה יעבר וגזד דין הקשיא דשליט השתה בעי זמנה. That prayer should be able to nullify the big judgment. My good prayer of minha should nullify the big judgment in the world. One of the most important ingredients medonache ingredient one of the most important ingredient inside ktoret ma'ale ashan kol shehu. There is such an ingredient that he makes ma'ale ashan, he makes smoke. How much of this you gotta put? Kol shehu, something. If the ktoret has no smoke, ואם חיסר אחת מכל סממניה, חייב מיתה. One, if you want to be pronounced, the best is מיתה, TH. But most people don't do that. אשר קידשנו במצוותיו. It's hard to do that. Right, TH. בית, כנסת. אתה חייב 200 מאות.
So the way Ashkenazi pronounce it almost the same.
No, Ashkenazi pronounce. Ashkenazi pronounce se. That's wrong.
Went too far.
But it's supposed to be th. That's now listen to this. If you don't put inside the ktoret ma'ale ashan, the one that brings up the smoke, is your ktoret kosher or no? What is smoke, Rabotai? When you had fire and something turned off the fire. Says the Zohar, during the judgment time, judgment means fire. When you are going ahead and you are praying right now for Rahamim of Hashem, you're bringing chesed. What is chesed? Water. What happens at that moment?
Takes it out.
Smoke. When you had fire and you blew water threw water on top of it. What happens to the fire? It turns into smoke. Says David HaMelech, Tikon tefilati, let my tefillah ketoret lefanecha. Let my tefillah, my right now asking from you chesed on the world, turn the judgment into smoke. And says the Rabbi Nachman in different places, so that may whenever a person has fire in him right now to blow up this guy, to blow up this woman, to blow up his wife, to blow up somebody. Oh, what did he do to me right now? And at that moment, he's saying, it's not him, it's Hashem. Right now, all the anger that he had to hurt that brother, that neighbor, that friend, all that anger, what happens to all this fire? Turns off. At that moment, guess what did you do to HaKadosh Baruch Hu? You just made Ktoret.
Small.
How did you make Ktoret, Meir?
Turn off the fire.
By turning off your personal fire. How did you turn off the personal fire, Meir? By saying, it's not my wife that told me these hurtful words. It's not my partner that did not pay me the bill on time. Kohen of who is this? HaKadosh Baruch Hu decided that this money should not be by me at this time. But Hashem decided that my stomach should not have food at that time. Rather cereal and milk. It's better for my stomach apparently. If you understand life like this, Rabotai, all the anger, all the chaos that you have in you, turns off. And whenever the fire turns off, it becomes smoke. What is the smoke? Ketoret lefanecha. It's the biggest smoke, the biggest ketoret that we bring to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And Yaakov, when a person is bringing ketoret, what does he become? What does he become? Ashir. When a person bringing Ktoret, what do you read Pitum Ktoret from the cloud? What do you read Ktoret? Ktoret makes a person wealthy.
That's if you read it right. So much mistakes you do.
That's besides that. But right now, on a personal level,
You cause more harm.
who a person that is going to be angry is gonna have mazal to make parnasa? Never. And even if you made money while you were angry, here I screamed at him, I got my money. You should know this money you're not gonna see blessing from. You know why? Because kol hakoes, kilo oved avodah zara. It's like you did avodah zara right now. And in one of the laws of avodah zara, asur be'ana, you're not allowed to benefit from it. So the money you made through screaming, through being angry, Kohino, guess what? It's avodah zara, this money. And if as avodah zara is Barachosh mepara. That's why a person have to be ninatzel min hakas. Ari John, how can a person be not angry? Always, any situation you go through in life, Hashem, Hashem, Hashem. Never blame a person. Always direct it to the source. And when you direct it to the source, Yitzchak, you're never going to be angry. ברשות מוריי ורבותיי שמיים ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו אמן והאצל אותה דסליק יעבר וגזד דין הקשה דשליט אשתה בעיה זמנה באו כתורת דחי ועבר כמכל וגזה כל כתרוגה דעלמא. The Zohar says that your prayer is able to remove all the anger of the heavens and all the kitrug of the heavens. דהיינו דכתיב מנחת ערב דדינא תליא בעלמא תחזק כד חרב במקדשה בשעת דהיתוקת זמן מנחה הווה. When was the time בית המקדש was destroyed? What time of the day? Says the Zohar, זמן מנחה הווה. It was during the time of מנחה. ועל דה כתיב אוי לנו כי פנה היום כי נתו צללי ערב. מן צללי ערב?
הדין נהיה, מנחה זה נחת. וערב, זה נהיה מיתוק הדינים.
כאשר פנה לעת ערב, שאז הציתו ארבע בבית המקדש, שואל, מה יצא לה לערב? לפי הסוד, מי נקרא צלע לערב? אמר, אינון מקטרגין דעלמא, ורוגזי דדינים דזימנין באיש עתה, אלו המקטרגי העולם, ורוגזי הדינים שמזומנים באותו הזמן לקטרג ולהזיק. It says there are angels, Ari, there are angels that a person created when he made averot. Kohen over here, when a person is made averot, he created bad angels. And those bad angels wants to kill the person. מבקש יצר הרע להמיתו. Avi, what is להמיתו?
Death.
To kill him.
Not to make him, small problems. That's how those angels are. They want to make everything possible that a person should chas v'shalom go from this world. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving us an opportunity to remove this judgment. Says the Zohar, when is the time that you can, the biggest time you can remove the dinim? During the mincha time. That's a le'olam yizaher adam betfilat mincha. That's a when is the most important prayer of the day? The Tfilat mincha.
It's the hardest one. Wow.
And that's why it's the hardest one. Because the Yetzirah always going to get the hardest thing. But the precious thing is always the hardest one. It counts when it hurts, huh?
It's the hardest.
That's the minyan.
You hate the fact you're by yourself.
Rabbi, you're aware of the minyan on the phone? They have a minyan.
Oh.
If you cannot make it to a minyan, at least do that.
How's that?
Does that Kedusha count?
At least, if you cannot make it to minyan, at least you should do that.
Okay, but I'm saying that Kedusha count.
At least, it counts on the lower level. It counts, but it's on the lower level, through the phone. It's machlokit, can you answer through the phone or no? So, bottom line, Rav Yosef said yes.
The Kotel live and daven with them?
With the daven with them, I'm not sure if you can daven with the kotel because it's at different times. They pray shaharit, you're going to pray over Arvit. How does it work?
They were talking in the time, yes. Zoom.
There are Zooms here, local. If a person stuck somewhere, his car doesn't start. Stuck somewhere in the world, so tell him to listen to the phone to Kedusha or Kaddish, all these things situation. Можно, да. It's махлокет, это не самая лучшая ситуация, но человек вынужден. There's no way out. Что ему делать? Ари, что ему делать? А? Что ему делать? He's stuck. So at least tell him to listen to the phone, to Kaddish, to Kedusha, to something that he should not miss out totally the whole mitzvah.
If I find stuck, if I'm in my office, there's nobody around. I have to drive 30 minutes to get somewhere. Do I do it on the phone?
If possible for you to drive, better for you to drive.
I love it, Rabbi.
You know why? I'll tell you why. Whenever we start, here's the sefer. Is this your sefer? Oh, I was looking all over there.
He can't give you like a leeway. Nah, it's.
Yeah, it says, what's the reason when you read the Mincha, the first chapter of Tehillim you read by Mincha is Lamnatzeach Livnei Korach Mizmor Ma Yedidot Mishkenotecha Adonai Tzevaot Nichsefa Vegam Kaleta Nafshi Lechatzerot Adonai Lebivsari Ranenu Elechai Gam Tzipov. What's the line you starting off? Lamnatzeach Livnei Korach Mizmor.
Why?
The most important prayer of the day, you mentioned the children of Korach. Lam natzeach livnei Korach. What's the reason? He says Korach was a multi-millionaire person.
Yeah.
Ashir ke Korach. Imagine this? Billionaire, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. But in Israel we used to say, millionaire. I was like, billionaire. Billionaire. Korach. And what happened to all his money?
In a hole.
Huh?
Got sucked in on the ground.
אחד מהם לא נותר. That even spoon of Korach swallowed in the ground. Even spichka, even tissue of Korach, not existing. לא נשאר זכר from all the wealth of Korach. So when you come to Bet Knesset Mincha, what do you say? لم نتسيح לבני קורח מזמור. I have to learn to do teshuvah, not for money, not for kavod. I should make avirot. I should not come to the Mincha. I should learn. Korach had multi-billions he had. And he lost all of it. So I cannot invest half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever it takes to pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
The problem is, Rabbi, you have certain set hours in a day. You take that 1 hour from there, you have to make it up by working later. You work later, you spend less time with your kids, your wife. Everything has a...
Right, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So if possible, that's all depends on you. If possible, it's your decision. You're able to go, go. If a person, it's hard for him, like you're saying, impossible for me, Rabbi, impossible. You, I don't know, if you're an employee or you're a balabait yourself, maybe it's easier for you even to decide. But what if a person is even in a harder situation? Person is stuck somewhere, is an employee. What should he do? Especially when Mincha is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What should he do? There's no way out.
If there is a will,
True.
There's a
But
way.
at this moment, he doesn't have the will.
Rabbi, what's better? To be on the phone virtually or to pray by
He has a
yourself?
will, that's the way. You're going to pray Yachid.
Pray ביחיד, he said, but put it on the phone. Now, the Gemara, bring מסכת ברכות. Bring, תביא. איפה היה בקס? הנה, מאיר, תביא מסכת ברכות. בקס, תביא.
You hear me, Rabbi?
Yes.
They talk during the tefillah. It's better if I... The chazarat, you know, when they were doing chazarat, too much talk.
Too much talking, you have to improve.
And if I do it yichid, it's not
No,
on
don't.
אסור לדבר בשעת החזרה.
Now listen what the Gemara says over here. Remember the story with Rabbi Binyamin? Here. My boy Shai. אמר רבי יוחנן, אמר רבי יצחק לרב נחמן, מה הייתה אמר לא תימור לבקנישתא? Rabbi Yitzchak said to Rav Nachman, Ari, which Rav Nachman are we talking about? Rav Nachman of the Gemara, not Rabbi Nachman Breslev. It built 250 years ago. Or Breslev. This one lived 1600 years ago. Big difference. Madua lo ati mor lebeknishta. Why you didn't come to Bet HaKnesset? לצלויה, to pray. אמר ללא יכין לה. I couldn't. אמר לכנפי לאמור 10. So at least you should have gathered 10 people. You couldn't make to Bet Knesset. Pray in your office, pray whatever it is. Pray 10 people. Why didn't you come and why didn't you do it? אמר לטריחה למילתא. He said it was too hard back in the day to get 10 people. You have no way to contact them. You have no phone, no internet, no computer. How are you going to contact them?
And they're in the fields.
Shama. It's very hard to reach people. Text message, yeah. Come to Shiur. Literally, so you should have make 10 people in your place and pray. That's what the Rabbi Yitzchak asked Rabbi Nachman. He told him it was impossible for me to gather 10 people. Show me the village. ולמה לאמור לשלוחה דציבורה בעידנה דמצל ציבורה Leiti veludu'e lemor. Hold on, says Rabbi Yitzchak. So at least you should have tell to the Shaliach Tzibur, when are you praying? Tell me exactly the time. So at that time you should have prayed in your home, by Yahid, at the time that the minyan over there prays. Amar le, why are you bothering me with so many questions? You should have do this, you should have do that. Should have get 10 people in your office if you couldn't make it to the Knesset. If it's hard for you to do that, you should have at least asked the Shaliach Tzibur when are they praying in order to pray at the same time that they're praying. Why are you asking all these questions? Amar le de Amar Rabbi Yochanan mishum Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, because Rabbi Yochanan said on behalf of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, Vani tefilati lecha Adonai. By the way, you're supposed to sing lecha Avi, lecha Amonai. Not lecha Amonai et ratzon. That's wrong. Amonai. Lecha Amonai. With the in the end. No, not shmana. Milra. Right, milra at the end. The emphasis is supposed to be on the end. Lecha Amonai et ratzon. Because most people, how do they sing it, Meir? Lecha Amonai.
There is no such a word, Amonai.
Right, I don't want to say God's name, so I say Amon.
No, I know, you put the...
Emphasis, da. Emphasis at the end.
On the Daled or on the Nun? What you make?
The emphasis. So what did he say? He says, ואני תפילתי לך השם את רצון. מתי את רצון, ארי?
שהציבור מתפלל.
When is את רצון? בשעה שהציבור מתפללים. Whenever the ציבור is praying. So what do we see from this Gemara, Avi? Levi, this is for you, for your question. What do we see? This is Masechet Brachot, last lines in Daf 7b, goes to Chet Amud Aleph, 8a. What do we learn from this Gemara, Ari John?
Important time.
The only important time is Mincha. Also, that in case a person cannot make it to a prayer,
Praise the
you
Lord.
should pray Yahid. Nisim, your question?
At the same time.
By at the time
Minyan.
that the minyan is praying.
בשעה.
So doing this Zoom or other phone, your friend is on the minyan, he asking, please call me. At least better than just praying Yahid, totally Yahid. Because totally Yahid, you're gonna miss the time that they're praying. You're gonna miss Kaddish. You're gonna miss Kedusha. You're gonna miss everything. If there is Barichu also to say in Arvit, you missed all of it. That's why it's better for a person to be on the phone with somebody on the line, Zoom, than to be totally by yourself. Because totally by yourself, you missed out on all of it.
Not only that, but, you know, you shouldn't be davening by yourself because of
That's another problem. It's another problem.
That's the only thing that bothers me.
Doesn't matter. Any shul. But it's supposed. It says be'iro.
You don't want to be by yourself.
Yeah. So now, what's iro? Iro means Forest Hills, Jamaica State. Huh? What's iro means? It's Queens. It's a borough. Is it New York? That's mal machloket in halacha. Bottom line, as long as it's the same time zone, it's 100% okay. If it's different time zone, that starts machlokot. Like Israel and America. They pray over the Shaharit, you're going to pray over Arvit. It's a total different times.
Doesn't count.
So that's why the poskim debate if it counts or not. If it's the same time zone, it's 100% kasher.
But Rabbi, if you're on the boat, you have no phone, it's better still to do it by yourself than...
Yeah, of course. If you have no way to reach them, yeah. But even then, Nisim, find out what time they're praying.
That's the most important.
Check before you're going to go on the boat with the local synagogues, what time the mincha will be. Now, whenever we say mincha would be is the Shmona Esrei, the Amidah. Not whenever, sometimes you ask mincha, they tell you a certain time start Ashrei or Patach Eliyahu. It's not according to your schedule. So your Adonai Sefatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tilatecha supposed to start with the Shaliach Tzibur in Bet HaKnesset time. Adonai Sefatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tilatecha. As much as precise as possible to be, that's how precisely you're supposed to be.
But John, you know when you do Kedusha, let's say you're late running for Mincha, you want to do it one time. When the Shaliach Tzibur is saying Hashem Sefatai Tiftach, you have to say that by yourself. No?
Oh, the repetition.
No. You know, for instance, you know how you do the repetition one time. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You're saying, well,
Everybody together or just you because you came late?
in general, you're doing Kedusha.
Everybody together you do Kedusha?
Yeah, of course. You're doing one time. You're not going to do the Chazara.
The Shaliach Tzibur doesn't do Chazara.
Right. He just doesn't tell Takadosh in the beginning.
Right.
So everybody else is supposed to say it with you, or are they Yotzeh when you're saying it?
Oh, good question. This machlok between Sfaradim and Ashkenazim. Ari, what happens if you go to Yeshua, and in the Yeshua, you don't have 10 people Shomer Shabbat. You have 2-3 people Mechalel Shabbat. Can you do repetition in this minyan or no? 10 people, yes. Yava Gomzano, Damardo, Datamardo.
As long as 6 people Shomer Shabbat.
You said 6 minimum.
You don't have 10 people Shomer Shabbat. You have only 7, 8 of them, 6. Can you do repetition or no? Says Avadia, no. Now what should you do? You should pray one time. Okay? Pray one time without repetition. But how should you pray one time?
You do Kedusha.
Should you start with them together, everybody together?
Yeah.
Or should you answer Kedusha of the Shaliach Tzibur, then start your Shmona Esrei? Bechor? Shkuna Odam.
Together.
Machloket Ashkenazim is Faradim. Ashkenazim say first answer Kedusha of the Shaliach Tzibur.
Amen, 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 amen.
No.
Then answer Ha'el HaKadosh, Amen. And then make your own Shmona Esrei.
From Atachonen?
No. From Adonai Sevatai Tiftach.
Why can't I don't do that.
That's
I
Ashkenazim.
was about to say.
Sfaradim say, hey, everybody start with the Shaliach Tzibur. He started Adonai Sevatai Tiftach loud. Everybody also started with them at the same time. They quiet and he is loud. Adonai Sevatai Tiftach. And then when he gets to Mechaye HaMetim, they will get to Mechaye HaMetim and they answer together. Nagdi Shach Mena'aritzach together. V'kara Zel. Ze ve'amar. Till Ha'el HaKadosh. When the Shaliach Tzibur says Ha'el HaKadosh out loud, they don't answer Amen because they're in the middle of Shema Esrei. And then everybody will continue Ata Honen La'adam Dad quietly. Got it?
So let's say in case if you do one time Shmona Esrei, right? Let's start out loud Hashem Sefatai until
You missed it.
so you go with them
Go with them.
And then you go back out.
No. Все, продолжение. שליח ציבור סדר אל הקדוש, right?
And Shomer Shabbat.
Yeah, אין שומר שבת.
Continue with them.
Continue. Because you didn't make special brachot, extra brachot. There was no repetition. по-любому ты אל הקדוש בגבריות. He didn't make anything special extra, so the brachot are not the batala. If you're going to make repetition and this מחללי Shabbat here, you don't have a kosher minyan.
That case better do that way.
נכון? Yeah. One time I went to Yeshua, I came, I saw not everybody shomer Shabbat. They did one time. I told whoever was praying there, we start together. Messi, to everybody Messi, Adonai Sefatai Tiftach Vegit Telatecha, and the whole prayer went continuing like this.
Minimum 6, no, Shomer Shabbat.
At least 6 will be shomer Shabbat. If not this, then you have a problem to say Kaddish even. Okay? So this Gemara, remember this Gemara, 7b on the bottom, last line. That the person that cannot make it to Bet HaKnesset, at least should make it to pray Adonai Sefatai Tiftach when the Shaliach Tzibur does it also at the same time. Okay? So try Rabotai your best, because the most important prayer of the day is the prayer of the Mincha. Really, that's the end of the day. Because the day starts at Hamavit. Shacharit is the middle prayer. Mincha is the last prayer. And you know the rule is, if you're coming right now to an interview, the last impression that you came out of the room is what makes the wow on the recruiting person. So the same thing is over here. Akol olech, akar hatum. Everything goes after the hatima, after the last point.
The report card.
The report card. So Mincha is the last one of the day.
One person asked me, just started with English. He says, what's the latest you could put the filling?
Latest is Shkia. Latest Tzedakah Kohabim.
Bli bracha, no? Tzedek Kohen?
No, with bracha. Right now, asking time.
Yes.
Right now, I'll give you time, exact time. Shkia 4:46. It's the first best, so it's supposed to be in the morning. Second best is until 4:46. The Di'avad, do 4:57 with bracha. Do 4:57 with bracha. The filling. New York. 4:46. Yeah. Shkia mukdam. No, Jamaican state. Huh? 4:57 with bracha you can still do. The tefillin. Ra'avadia. Okay. This we done, Rabotai. Let's go to Halacha. You want to make a separate recording? Where's the...
My stuff is different with Rabbi John. You gotta inherit some of the Muslim stuff, goons.
Don't inherit. That's not what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from you. Yesterday, Baruch Hashem Bechor. Yesterday was a beautiful wedding. What was the beautiful part of it, you know? Everything was kasher. Everything was kasher.
Food.
The children, the boys, the girls, everything was according to halakha. That's the separation of between the husband and wife, the boys, men's and women. Sitting was not mixed. Was separated. Dancing was on the other side. You could not see nothing. Mamash was tzanua, bli ayin hara. Was also the good.
You got extra mashgiach for that.
The mashgiach was extra over there. Mashgiach. הכל איך אומרים על טהרת הקודש. To make it 100%, may בעזרת השם, the זכות of the mitzvah, הקדוש ברוך הוא should protect that family and all עם ישראל. אוהב שלום בית and many years to come together. Okay, back to us. So we left off on סעיף י' א'. No, not חזרות is on Thursday. י' א'. אבי, יש לך י' א'?
נניח ישראל?
Yeah. No, קוף כ' סעיף י' א'. It's gonna take time for you to get used to it. Время במזמיר. Я когда это убираю, я отсюда вот так ценю, убираю. From the front. It's легче. This way it doesn't move your entire head. It's easier like that.
Серьезная тема.
You're gonna get used to it. Okay, י' א'. ישראל, בכבוד רבי ימין. אתה רוצה לקרוא? בכבוד ישראל. י' א'. What daf it is? Tell them.
It is page רש עין זין.
רש עין זין אצלכם. יוסף.
ישראל שמכר כלי לעובד כוכבים וחזר ולקחו ממנו, צריך טבילה, אבל אם משכנו בידו וחזר ובדאו ממנו, אינו צריך טבילה.
רש עין זין. רש עין זין. says מרן, רבי יוסף קארו. ישראל שמכר כלי לעובד כוכבים. You sold a vessel to a goy, Jew, not the other way around. Until now, what we learned all the time, that you bought from the goy. נכון? What happens the other way around? You sold
To go.
to the goy. What's the question?
Yes.
Because after you sold to the
Now
goy,
you want to take it from
you
him.
bought it back from the goy. Now what? On Sunday, the guy asks you, listen, I have a big party. Can you lend me your pot? No, I'm not lending. If you want, I'm selling. Okay, sell me. What can I do? Sell me. I need a pot.
Jude Moshe.
Hi, you sold it to him. On Monday, your wife said, listen, where was the pot over here? What pot over here? What, you needed that pot? Yeah, I sold it to the guy. Yo, why? Shama osim. Hi, I mean, Uzbek Mary, Uzbek John,
Aka John.
give me the pot back. What, you sold it to me? No, my wife upset, I need it back. Huh? Now, okay. He said, okay, no problem. Shalom bayit, keneged kulam. He gave the pot back,
צריך.
and he gave him the money. Mikveh now, what happened? You see what's going to be with the mikveh?
מותר
Got it
ברכה.
back, you have to do it again.
Since the owner of that pot, for one day, for one moment,
You have to do it.
belonged to
Boy,
goy, the tumah of the goy, back on the pot.
They usually, חב"דניקים, רבנו חב"דניקים has a problem on the מכירת חמץ, when they sell also the כלים.
Oh, let's see right now. אבל אם משכנו בידו, what if a person left a pawn shop
And the goy, yeah.
in a guy's hand? You know, there are some expensive pots. Titanium, I don't know his name. Expensive pots. Each pot costs hundreds of dollars. $7, $8, $900, sometimes $1,000.
Doesn't
One
release the
pot.
chemicals.
מה יש בזה?
Titanium זה נקרא.
ואז מה
Huh?
מבין?
Yeah, doesn't expel the metal doesn't
Chemicals.
go into your food.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know, the rich people, Baruch Hashem, God bless them. So many years to come. So they right now live this in a pawn shop by the goy, and he took some money for it, and he bought it back out of the goy. Now what happens?
צריך.
He needs to mikveh or no?
No.
It depends maybe on the intention
מה
of the
הרי?
Jew.
Needs mikveh or no? Says Marat, לא צריך. Why?
It depends on the intention, if you had כוונה לחזור או
Oh.
שהוא...
Yeah, if you want to
Very
come
good.
back.
Remember we said that if a pawn shop buying it from the goy, knowing that the goy is not coming back, this guy left a merchandise of $100,000 and he took $10,000, he's not coming back.
טובל.
What we said, the Jewish pawn shop, can you use that pots or no? You do agala, libun, shetila, but you can use or no? Yes. Mikveh nada in it. We said yes without beracha. Because maybe the guy is still coming back. So you don't make it 100%. Now, not because of that, sorry. Because if mashkata kizvini or no, do we say pawn shop counts like you bought it? How pawn shop calls? It's machloket, argument. Who said the word machloket? Yosef, you? Maldiz, was an Auchilis.
בנם ליין אמרנו זה לא.
מחלוקת.
זה נשאר מחלוקת?
מחלוקת, זה מחלקת גמרא. If we say, כזביני או לא, מה שאתה זוכר, we said, אומן קונה בשבח כלי, we said
כן.
בערם אינו. מרן פסקנו, but in משכנתה כזביני או לא,
נשאר מחלוקת.
it's a מחלוקת.
New dishes, just in case to dip it, stay away from suffix.
Here, it's in מ"ב, in סעיף קטן מ"ב, תסתכל באור ההלכה.
אז למה כאן לא נגיד גם כן?
טבילת כלים, sure.
Avi, I didn't hear not one word.
I said instead of getting into the suffix, bracha, no bracha, go get two random things from the dollar store, metal things. Al tvilat kelim, suffix.
באמת? It's true.
Just go dip.
It's
I
true.
don't do that.
Yeah, you're saying good, Avi.
It's true, הרב יצחק יוסף said once he asked a question and then somebody said take a candy, say שהכל, he said you give me a solution, I'm asking what the
הלכה.
הלכה.
Right.
So it's a solution, but what's the הלכה?
Yeah, in case a person doesn't have the solution.
Yeah,
Stay away
then-
from suffix, just go say it. Okay,
True, true.
You know what I'm saying?
But here, so if so, we say לא צריך טבילה. So if הוא בספק אם זה זביני או לא, אז למה לא נגיד שיעשה טבילה לחומרה היהודי, שעכשיו הוא נתן משכון לגוי, אז אולי הגוי קנה.
Here?
כן.
Oh, let's see. כיוון שנקרא שם הגוי על זה על הכלי, ואפילו כשמכר לגוי כלי ולא הגיע לידם מעולם, כגון שהאמינו הגוי בבית ובבית ישראל אחר, צריך להטבילו בברכה. כיוון שהיה שם הגוי עליו פעם אחת. והנה, about מכירת חמץ. Do you know, Ari, when you sell your chametz, in the new contract, Moshe, in the new contract it says, and I'm selling the chametz that is inside the pots.
חמץ inside the pot.
Nisim, you know back in the day what they used to write? And he sells the chametz and all the kelim of the chametz.
But that's also
The pots, pans of the chametz. Now what the problem? After Pesach, we're buying it back from the
But you
goy.
have the intention.
Now what happens to all the pots, all the pans, all this thing? Boy, I'm
You have the intention of getting it back though.
You sold it to the goy.
Wow.
yeah, Rabbi.
I never thought about it.
On Goel,
Huh, Ari?
but that's different.
It's the same thing with the
You
pawn
sold it to
shop.
the goy.
If you have intention.
Yeah, but the intention is you're gonna get it back.
So there is never a real sale. If you say my intention was to get it back, so all the chametz you have to throw out. Because then you own the chametz during Pesach.
But you know, it's gonna be-
Hamish whiskey achlot, hamish pasta chirias achlot, hamish bedurni achlot mero.
Yeah, but it's when
Moshe.
it's valuable, it's an exception. When it's valuable, exceptions. You didn't touch.
Oh, I know. Because you didn't give it to him physically.
So Halacha says, even if the goy did not touch it and did not move it out of your house, he just by the paper owns it. His tumah goes on top of your pot.
Why would so?
Then mikvah.
So then what are we gonna do after mechirat chametz?
Mikvah. In this case. Wow.
Says Rav Ovadia, no need mikveh.
What basis?
Huh?
No mikvah.
No mikveh, כבוד הרב.
You עדיין עובד שלך.
Why? Listen to this.
Why? Let's see.
Listen to this.
מה בעין?
Huh?
סבא יצא. שכרו בהפסד.
Listen to this. Rabotai, by the Torah, how chametz is in your house, count chametz, by the Torah. Says the Gemara, whenever a person did not say all the chametz that I own will be nullified. He didn't say that, then the chametz is a problem. But what do we do, everybody, before Pesach comes? כל חמירה דאיקה ברשותי דחזיתי ודלחזיתי דביערתי ודלביערתי לבטיל ולעברי כעפרה דערה.
Like that, this is good to before the Mechira.
Huh?
What are we saying? You need to do
Then
before the Mechira.
Chachamim said, listen. Did you really mean that all the chametz that you own should be like the dirt of the ground? Yeah, Behemet, you meant that? Let's say right now one $300 liquor is gonna fall of chametz and it's gonna break. Are you gonna say, it's so power? No problem.
That's why some people, they don't leave nothing.
Huh? Would you Behemet mean that?
גם זה מן השמיים, we just learned.
Behemet, but it's true that it's min hashamayim. You translate it min hashamayim, but it bothers you, or it's like a piece of sand that throw in the garbage right now. Here, $300 bottle, Rabbi.
You
זה דבר יקר. So what do you see? That you really didn't fully mean that in your heart. So what Chachamim said? So we have to save the situation. How? We have to make trick.
Masechet kombina.
Masechet kombina.
Everything it's like.
In order to save us, Avi.
Like this. I gotta scratch like this.
Avi, if you're not going to scratch it like that, all Jewish people are going to throw out all the chametz into the garbage. It's a big nisayon. Al tavieni lidei nisayon velo lidei bizayon. Mivshes Naim, if you're going to get a test, the chances of passing the test are very low. That's how a person should never say, let Hashem test me.
Right.
There was one guy that told me not too long ago, I want Hashem to test me. Guarantee I'm going to pass.
Didn't Avraham Avinu do that?
Not too long ago, I remember, last week somebody asked me this.
Based on what?
I want Hashem to test me.
Based on what?
דוד המלך.
I told him, you can guarantee you're going to fail.
Masechet Kai.
Based on
Kai
what?
Adam Ish.
That he's going to fail?
No, based on what you want Hashem to test them on money, on what?
No, he said I'm strong in certain things. I don't remember. He told me, how can I ask Hashem to test me? I said, no, you're not allowed to ask Hashem to test you. It's asur to ask from Hashem tests. If you have that test prishol, you have to go win it, but don't ask for tests. Who was the one to ask for test and he failed?
David HaMelech.
David HaMelech.
Which test?
David HaMelech failed. He asked, Hashem, test me. I'm going to pass the test. Hashem told him, I'm going to test you in arayot, in immorality. I even told you what the test is. It's already 50% you're winning if you know what the test is. And he still failed. Chadati LaHashem. He himself said to Natan HaNavi, when Natan came, he told him,
כבשת הרש.
Kivsat Arash, you took the sheep
Mashal.
of the poor person. What David HaMelech says?
What a great society.
חטאתי LaHashem. I made עבירה.
David
Yeah?
HaMelech ספציאל did it.
Short video.
Right. There was a cheshbon that he did behind it. You're right. But Gemara says from this story of David HaMelech we learn not to ask from HaKadosh Baruch Hu for tests. That's why sometimes Yosef, Moshe, sometimes a person goes to a mixed party, Hashem Yirachem, say, Rabbi, I'm going to go, but I'm not going to look. I'm going to go, but I'm not going to look.
It's not gonna look at men.
Yeah, this party didn't say on what. Rabbi, I'm not going to look. No, I'm a tzaddik. Don't worry, Rabbi. I know. I'm not going to look. I know myself. It's all in your mind, Rabbi. I'm not going to look. When he goes over there, the kara ze, el ze, ואמר שטרית.
הרבה מסכתות יש לך היום, מה זה?
כאילו בכלי בבית. יצאתי היום.
So that's why a person cannot put himself in nisyonot. So because of that, we all know that it's very hard for a person, Avi, to make all Am Israel, everybody throw your chametz to the garbage. So we have to find a way to justify what we're doing. Especially nowadays. Back in the day, there was no refrigerator, there was no freezers, there was no storage room. Today you have so much before Pesach that people are sometimes afraid to throw all this out. Like last year also, it was Corona time. People are even more afraid. We're going to have food after Pesach. We're not going to have the Maye. It was even a bigger problem for the people.
פאניקה.
אבל בכלים שאינן מבטלן לא במכירה, כיוון דעה בהרמה בעלמא, וזה באתר דאורייתא, ואין צריך טבילה.
But John, brother, how does that work with chametz in terms of like, usually technically you would close, but let's say there's a kosher business that's operating in a goyish area.
You want to have a kosher business?
You have a kosher business that's operating in a goyish area. Technically everybody
During
would,
Pesach?
Yeah.
You cannot sell the chametz.
Right.
All the bread, all the pasta things you cannot sell.
So why not?
You can, what you could do, you could make a goyish partner and make that through a rabbi that understands all these details and make a deal with him that during these days, 7 days, you make the profit of the bread, not me.
כאילו, כמו שאנחנו עושים במספרה בשבת.
Right. Similar idea. That you make the profit of the Shabbat, you make the profit of the Hametz. Like this, you come out of the problem.
Can he pay minimum expense?
Huh?
Can he pay the minimum expense? That's for that day?
You can charge him rent.
Yeah.
You can charge him rent. Listen, your bread making sitting in my store, nachon? You're gonna charge the clients for the bread, for the pasta, for all these things, cookies. You are selling in my place. I pay rent for that place. So for this week of Pesach, you have to pay me $200 rent. You're gonna sell $2,000 worth of chametz or Shot Shabbat. You're gonna sell $100 worth of chametz or Shema Shabbat. I'm gonna charge you $200 for the rent. Agree? Yeah, that's it. That's his place. It's his place. He decides. It's not you.
בעל המאה ובעל הדעה.
Yeah. Conclusion, Rabbi Yosef says, after a person sold the kelim to the goy,
עובדיה דוחה את זה.
נכון, דוחה ואומר, צריך לקחת את המקווה. דחה דבר וכתב, צריכים טבילה. Conclusion, Rabbi Yosef is, a person that sold by mistake his vessels in the selling of the chametz, afterwards he has to take them to the mikveh, but don't say the bracha. That's gotta be very careful, Rabotai, when you sign that Chametz document, that it should not state, I'm selling the kelim. If you're selling the kelim, the vessels, you're gonna have to dip them into the mikveh after Pesach. Sell it, the Shas Vazmi Shalom School of Mikveh.
לפי כלל הדין, the person can do that, then בפסח, even with the כלים. כאילו, אני מכרתי את המקום, בקניין. I can do that?
Yeah.
What's in
But then you're gonna have to dip the kelim.
in it is chametz.
No, it's gonna be mad annoying.
Metal is not chametz.
That's why I said not Jewish
So
neighborhood.
it's absorbed in it.
Yeah, but meaning like the majority of the
So
clientele,
basically,
you know what I'm saying? You buy a prominent high school.
You take it however you want. You can boil it, you what you want to do.
What's the problem with the high
It's
school?
in the pot, it's all to it.
Like for instance, I think Dunkin' Donuts, he's operating right now, right? He opens in Shabbatot.
No? It's Jewish?
For sure, we're talking about Baal, right? That's be Jewish.
Why?
I think it's a
Kosher
partner.
Dunkin' Donuts?
It's a partner site.
It's VHQ.
I don't understand. Dunkin' Donuts is kosher?
In general, it's not.
On Main
This
Street.
one on Main Street is.
Ah, okay, I don't know. Okay.
Or five
So
town.
how would they be operating on Shabbat? The
They're
same
operating
way-
on Shabbat?
Right, they operate on Shabbat.
So they gotta deal with the goy.
Union?
No, they're not.
If his partner goy, he can do it.
They make a partnership with the goy.
I understand, it's the some Greek markets, I'm saying for Pesach, it's the same concept.
Yeah. Okay, so bottom line is, if a person sold to the goy his vessels, after he obtained them back from the goy, he has to take it to mikveh, but don't say berachah. That's why you gotta be careful when you sign these papers. It's 3 months, Rabotai Pesach, not too far away. So,
Gonna do that this year, how much you gonna do it up here?
the Pesach selling.
No, they.
No.
Matzah, matzah.
Passport,
So,
Yes, yes, possible.
and the document, make sure you don't write that the kelim should be written. Only the hametz inside the kelim could be written. This way you're not going to have to take it to the mikveh after Pesach. Baruch Adonai le'olam.
Amen.